When did you deliver someone full circle karma? A few years ago, my dog's daycare had a sudden emergency, a burst pipe that flooded the entire facility. It's a small, reliable place that I'd used for years, so when disaster struck, I understood. At around 5 o'clock a.m., they sent out a mass text letting pet parents know the center would be closed for at least 3 days for repairs. Totally understandable, but for me, it was panic-inducing. I had an important business trip, one of those make-or-break client presentations where canceling wasn't an option unless I wanted to torpedo a year's worth of work. I scrambled to find anyone who could watch my golden retriever Bailey for just those 3 days. Most boarding places were fully booked. My usual pet sitter was on vacation. I was running out of options. In desperation, I called my cousin's boyfriend Tyler. He didn't work at all, never had. He was one of those people who treated entrepreneur like a job title while never actually starting anything. But I figured he'd be willing to help out for a few days in a pinch. He said yes, but with a twist. Tyler told me he'd only be available during business hours, 9 to 5. Then very casually said he would cut me a deal and only charge his professional rate of $300 per day, plus a $50 fee for last-minute booking. I asked if he was serious, and he looked me dead in the eye and said yes. Told me this was his profession, that he takes pet care very seriously, and that I should be grateful for the family discount. For context, this was not his profession. He didn't have one. My cousin had been financially supporting him for years. Paid for everything: rent, food, his gym membership, and more. He spent his days posting motivational quotes, going to CrossFit, playing video games, and talking about business ideas he'd never pursue. Also, for context, I had done a lot for Tyler. Helped him move apartments twice, introduced him to potential investors for his ventures that never materialized, even designed a logo for one of his imaginary businesses, free of charge. I'd shown up for him in ways he clearly never intended to return, but I was stuck. I needed someone, and he was the only one available. I paid him $950 up front for 3 days, plus the booking fee. It stung bad. Fast forward a couple years. My cousin and Tyler eventually broke up. No shock there. She'd finally gotten tired of funding his lifestyle. Without her support, reality hit hard. No more free apartment, no more unlimited gym membership, no more pretending to be a CEO of nothing. Tyler finally had to do what he swore he never would: get a real job. He ended up at a call center working nights. A few months into his new life, he had a crisis. His apartment didn't allow pets, but he'd impulsively adopted a rescue pit bull to help with his mental health. Then his landlord found out and gave him 48 hours to rehome the dog or face eviction. He posted everywhere, sent out desperate texts. Can anyone please take my dog for a few days? I'll lose my apartment if I can't find somewhere. I'll get evicted. It was like deja vu. I waited a few hours, then sent him a message. Told him I could help. I had space. I'd be happy to watch his dog. Then I quoted him. It'll be $300 per day, plus a $100 emergency booking fee, family rate. He thought I was joking. I wasn't. I repeated it with a smiley face and told him I took my time very seriously, and pet care was a professional service. You know, just like he said to me. He exploded, called me heartless, sent walls of text about how unfair I was being, how he really needed help, how this was different because it was an emergency, and that family should help family. I didn't reply, just let him spiral into the void. That silence, that was my petty little masterpiece. He ended up surrendering the dog back to the rescue, and word got around that I'd shut him down with his own words. I didn't even have to explain. The people who knew us both connected the dots immediately. Karma, wrapped in a neat little invoice. And you know what? I didn't even feel bad. Bailey and I went to the dog park that weekend, and I swear she was smiling the whole time.